Hey Jeep, so we're headed over to Eldorado Outpost and we're gonna have to take off for the day for jeeping, and we'll see you there.
So this is what the campground looks like to get to Eldorado Outpost, and I thought I would include this footage just so if anybody was curious about what it looks like to get to Eldorado Outpost or between the campground or whatever, you're gonna see that it's like really quick. It's maybe like a 5-minute drive, but I sped up the video quite a bit, so it's gonna be more like maybe like 1 minute of video. That was the entrance to the campground, and there's a entrance to a boat ramp on the right that I think we passed. And as you can see, this is actually like the National Forest forestry road, and it's basically like a gravel road. It is wide enough for 2 cars to get by. It's not considered a single lane road, although I think that was the entrance to the boat ramp anyway. Although it does feel like a single lane road, but it's more like a double lane road that has lots of leaves on the edges, so everybody sort of drives down the center like I am. And then when another vehicle approaches, there is enough room that you can get by each other, but you have to be, very careful. So because this is actually a forestry road, and we just turned it into a paved road right there, they don't allow ATVs or UTVs or anything like that. It has to be a motor vehicle with a plate that is properly licensed to operate on the road. So these are the little forestry roads to go between the campground and Eldorado Outpost. And if you're just going to be camping here, this is a good kind of review to see, if you feel comfortable bringing your camper back here, if you have like a fifth wheel or a Class A or whatever. To me, I didn't see anything that would make me think that I couldn't get a Class A back there, or even like a fifth wheel, like a KYD size rig. So this spot right here is a common spot for law enforcement to stop and do like checking of, make sure that you don't have like a deer without like a deer tag, or checking to make sure you're not drunk or whatever. They like to kind of show up randomly at different spots and do like checking and everything. So up here, that's a spot where you can go to get wood. The local guy puts like wood in that woodshed, and then he has a little cash box. You just drop some cash in the cash box and take wood. It's a little bit cheaper than Eldorado Outpost, so that's one of the spots that people go. And even if it's empty, you can just go knock on the guy's door or whatever. Apparently he has like a massive amount of wood, but he only has so much that he puts in a little shed. So this is the main road right here, and Eldorado Outpost is on the right hand side, and you're going to get to see us pull into Eldorado Outpost, which is like the go-to location that has like everything. Hunting tags, like off-road passes, fried chicken, ice, propane, gasoline, wool socks, like literally like everything.
Hey guys, we're at Eldorado Outpost. You can see that there's a lot of Jeeps around us. So we have 16 Jeeps in our group here ready, and there's still more on the way. So we're probably going to end up with like 20, 25 club Going coastal Jeeps. So we're probably going to break into 2 groups. I don't know which group I'm going to end up in, but I mean, it's all kind of the same. They're going to do Daniel tomorrow, not today. So like, it's not like one is going to be really hard, another one will be really hard. The main hard trail, like they're just like, we're going to hold off till tomorrow so people don't break stuff. And you can see that there's all these other Jeeps behind me that are unloading. But it'll probably be 2 groups of like 10, or maybe a group of 12 and a group of 8, or something like that, depending on how like people hook up with friends and stuff. There's all these like kind of like pimped out Subarus, not Subaru, Samurais around here, like the beaters or whatever. I'm looking for them like that are coming out on trailers, and those guys are going to be like kind of crazy out there. I'm kind of expecting. So anyway, today will be pretty cool at going coastal at I guess Black Friday, Eldorado Outpost in Uwharrie National Park.
So Jeep, when I got my Jeep that was new, he was just stuck. Like, I got nothing. Yeah. So we used to go and do like the Topless Tuesday, and I always had to park next to James' Jeep and everybody else's Jeep. They're stuck. So he goes, "Oh, the rental's here." So they keep calling my Jeep, "Oh, the rental's here." I'm like, "No, it's not a rental. And they're like, yeah, it is a rental. And I was like, whatever. So every time we go, he would tell the people that was a rental, that my Jeep was a rental. So then I needed a name for my Jeep, and I was going to find a name. And I asked, and they're like, you can change your name on your Jeep. Your Jeep's name is the rental. And I'm like,
that's what
no
I heard.
way.
That's what someone told me when I first got my Jeep. They were like, you don't name your Jeep. Someone else will name it for you.
Oh, no, everybody named my damn Jeep. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to earn it. Nobody has that name.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Cool.
I like it, yeah.
So, but then now the rental, I lifted and did this, and I'm like, it's not the rental anymore. Leave me alone.
I love it.
It's nice, yeah.
Well, I can tell you what, we got some rentals in Vegas, and they were pretty nice. 46-inch tires. So.
Look at that big beast. That's like a monster. This is our group here. Hey, so I think they're getting ready to roll out. This is the first group. This is Lawrence's group. Man, check that out. Pretty badass. I know, that shit's awesome. I love them things.
Hey guys, so this is the rental. As you can see, it's bannered on the side. That's what we were talking about on Jeep names. Hey, just so there's no confusion, you'll see a lot of them that say Rubicon on the side of the banner, or possibly Moab, or Golden Eagle, or other like really common terms. Those are trim levels of Jeeps. Like when you purchase the Jeep, it has that trim level. Some people have opted to kind of like copy the badging of the Jeep badging of the trim level, and instead they put on their Jeep name. I don't know anybody who takes the badging off. That usually people that have like a Rubicon or Golden Eagle, they feel kind of special that they have that on there and they don't take it off. But that's a difference.